Hi, good morning. Today we're going to make a roasted butternut squash ravioli with fresh sage. And I'm in my garden just getting some sage to help to make the filling and then later the sauce. That's all we're going to pick right now to make the filling for the ravioli, and then I'll come back later and pick it fresh for the sauce that I'm going to make.
Hi, we are Chuck and Ben, and we are exploring all that Italy has to offer. So please subscribe and welcome to our channel, Our Italian Adventures. And now we're going to wrap it and let it rest for at least a half hour. So the next step in making the filling is to get our walnuts and chop them very fine. So I'm going to put them in a mini chop and chop them till they're very, very fine. So our butternut squash is now roasted, so I am just going to scoop this roasted flesh out. And then after that, everything gets pureed together with other ingredients. Okay, so now to complete the filling, we have the chopped walnuts, we have the butternut squash, we have a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, pinch of nutmeg, a little bit of sea salt, and freshly ground pepper, and now we're going to puree it all together. So our dough has rested. I've cut it into 4 parts. Now I'm going to flatten it out, put it through our pasta maker here to make sheets of dough for the ravioli. And we just keep rolling it until we get the desired thickness that we like. Okay, so now I am flattening out each piece of the dough, the quarters that I've made, putting it in the machine, starting at the widest setting. First pass, then we fold it in thirds, and then we do another pass, and then we put them aside until all of them are done, and then we consistently goes thinner until we get the thickness that we like. So now it's time to make the ravioli. I've got my pasta sheets all rolled out to the desired thickness. Now I am making squares, so I'm just going to put a little indent so I can see where to dollop the filling. Okay, and now I have my filling here. Let's just put like a tablespoon in the center. Less than a tablespoon, half a tablespoon is probably good. Now just to help seal the edges, I just do a little egg wash with a brush around the edges just to help seal it when I put the top layer on top. So it wets it a little bit. Now I get the top layer, fold it over, flatten it out. Cutter. And crimp the edges. transfer that to a sheet with parchment paper on it, and we continue with the rest. Okay, so now it's just a simple butter and sage sauce. We just put some butter, let it melt, then we will add some chopped walnuts to it, and then just throw the sage in and give that a good stir. Let that all cook down so all the flavors get together, marinate together, and once the ravioli is cooked, we just pour it over, and that's all there is to it. Drop the water salted water to a rolling boil, and we'll just drop the ravioli in very gently so you don't splash and burn yourself. And when they all float to the top, that's when they're done, because fresh pasta does not take that long to cook. So it's all done. We have our rosemary sage butter on there, and now it's time to eat. Bon appetit!